Those off, even if one is at 7 o'clock right before bed, then it's a win. You know,
here it is.
Need a breather.
The news about the coronavirus.
He's been really, really busy.
That's right. The news about the coronavirus.
Overnight protocols, recommendations change overnight. He relies heavily on CDC guidelines, and he just feels very responsible for keeping up on what the latest recommendations and guidelines are to keep us safe, his staff safe.
This is not a joke.
Himself and the patients that would be
this
coming
is
through
serious.
his door to help stop the spread.
Dealing with the coronavirus.
Should he go in to help at the hospital level, I would say like his exposure would be more likely there. So in that case, we have taken our finished basement and created a mini temporary apartment with a bed, and we have a full bath down there, and we will be isolating to keep the rest of the family safe. It is very scary. The truth is scary right now, but we can explain to our kids that mom and dad are doing everything we can in our power to keep us healthy and safe, to help keep the community healthy and safe, and that as a young family, mom and dad and, you know, the kids, we're strong, we're healthy, and we can adjust our lifestyle accordingly.
The news about the coronavirus.
Providing hope amidst all this uncertainty. The way one business is spreading positivity, one t-shirt at a time.
That's right.
Copy and paste yesterday's forecast, and that's what you can expect for your Friday. But I'm tracking a few chances of some rain heading into the weekend. We'll talk about that and break down your local 7-day forecast, all coming up in your next Weather on the One.
The news about the coronavirus.
Being involved in the community really allows us to be in tune with our neighborhoods. These people invite us into their homes, and to meet them face to face is extremely rewarding. This is community. This is Spectrum News 1, exclusively on Spectrum.
I chose Stark State College because it would give me more flexibility to work during school.
The instructors are very informative. They get that information across to you very easily. It's easy to learn here.
You get quality education, and it's affordable. And then the push you get from everyone else that's here.
Stark State has prepared me for that job.
It's one thing to learn everything in a book. You learn so much by doing it yourself. My education here is definitely going to lay the foundation for a long career.
The American Red Cross urgently needs blood and platelet donations and asks all healthy donors to schedule an appointment to give now. With the coronavirus outbreak, it is important to maintain a sufficient blood supply. Your blood donation is critical and can help save lives. Please, schedule an appointment today. Download the Blood Donor app, visit redcrossblood.org, or call 1-800-RED-CROSS today. You can make a difference.
This channel, dedicated to refreshing storytelling and empowering communities across the Buckeye State. With your local forecast every 10 minutes, and all of the essential news you need 24/7. Plus, in-depth shows and exclusives focused on your community. Always Ohio, always refreshing, always on. We are Spectrum News 1, exclusively on Spectrum.
Every morning, the people of Ohio have the opportunity to wake up and start fresh.
We want to be a different kind of news channel, putting storytelling and community first.
Well, it's really humbling to be invited to our neighbors' homes and help them plan their day.
Welcome to Your Morning News. I'm Sophia Constantine.
Take a look at your weather on the One. We've got a large band of precipitation.
Your Morning News, weekday mornings on Spectrum News 1.
Friday morning to you. Thanks for checking in. I'm meteorologist Robin King. Nice day ahead. Here's how we break down your Weather on the One's updated forecast. Temperatures right now running in the 30s and 40s. It's still a jacket-worthy morning as we go throughout the rest of our morning hours, but after after lunchtime. Temperatures today topping off in the upper 40s along the lake, 48 in the Cleveland metro. But further inland, we're going to see some warmer temperatures reaching the mid to even upper 50s. Further inland and areas south of the Cleveland metro. So still seasonably for this time of year. So keep the maybe light jacket around, but otherwise suntastic weather as we go throughout your Friday forecast. No chance of rain, and we'll stay with just a few clouds developing overnight tonight, and that'll once again allow that temperature to drop. We're back down to 34 for your overnight low. A lot of us will see 30s, so maybe a little bit of frost developing as we start off our Saturday, but Saturday afternoon will be a tad warmer, especially areas, again, further to the south will be in the 60s. We'll flirt near 60 for the Cleveland metro. Areas south will reach the 60s and warm up. Now, we've got some changes in store arriving for our Saturday forecast, and this is with a cold front. It's going to slide on in here. It's going to run into some dry air, which means it's not going to have much to work with. We'll have the chance for a few passing showers where we will see them Saturday night into early on Sunday as that front moves across the Ohio Valley. But notice by noon on Sunday, all this activity sinks to the south and will really look to dry things out pretty quickly throughout your Sunday afternoon. So not going to be a washout this weekend, but just keep in mind some isolated showers possible after dinner time Saturday evening, Saturday night into early on Sunday. Again, some light passing showers. Not a huge rainmaker, and we'll have plenty of dry time this weekend, but just keep that in mind. Otherwise, we'll look for conditions to stay warm early next week. Showers and storms arrive on Tuesday, and then we'll cool things back down after Wednesday.
Today's celebrity birthdays, the one and only Wayne Newton is celebrating 78. Before life in the spotlight, he moved from Newark in Licking County to Arizona because of his severe asthma. The singer and entertainer is best known for his long-running residencies in Las Vegas.
About the
coronavirus.
coronavirus.
Jane is celebrating 86. She was given
That's
a chimpanzee
right. The
toy
news
by
about
her
the
father when she was
coronavirus.
a child, which sparked her interest in apes. In her studies, she has observed that they have distinct personalities and are capable of rational thoughts and emotions like joy and sorrow. And next up, comedian Eddie Murphy is 59 today. He was just 19 years old when he joined the cast of Saturday Night Live. And humor runs in the family. His brother and father are both comedians as well. And finally today, actor Adam Scott is celebrating 47. Did you know Scott unsuccessfully auditioned for the role of Jim in The Office? That would have been interesting. And those are today's celebrity birthdays in 1 minute. Many businesses, of course, have been asked to close their doors in an effort to stop the spread of COVID-19. But one business in Kentucky is doing their part to help those in need, one t-shirt at a time. Spectrum News 1 reporter Jamila Muhammad has more.
Usually in the business of making custom t-shirts, the Cotton Blue has released a line of pre-made t-shirts in order to bring awareness and positivity surrounding COVID-19. Not new to the business creating motivational t-shirts for 9/11, CEO Mike Coffey says they are always ready and willing to be a positive light in an uncertain time.
We knew the power of providing a t-shirt that the community could get behind and use it to raise money, and we've been doing that for over 20 years for so many different causes.
Offering various items that say things like Team Kentucky, wash your hands, and faith over fear, the local Bowling Green business has raised over $20,000 in a little over a week. Partnering with United Way and donating 100% of their profits, Coffey says this is what community is all about.
You know, we're just really grateful to be part of it. You know, obviously the community is supporting it. That's where, you know, all the demand is coming from. And we're just glad to be able to make them and be the vehicle through which the money's raised. So we are just thrilled to be part of it.
While partnering with United Way to provide food for those in need, Blue Cotton was also asked by the Warren County Sheriff's Department to begin making masks. Using fabric, repurposing their embroidery machines, and partnering with local seamstresses, Coffey says that Bowling Green is exemplifying what it means to be Team Kentucky.
It's a time of crisis that is a great need in our country and a tremendous shortage of masks, and so we are very, very proud to be producing those and making those, and we're donating all the ones for first responders, so for sheriff, police, emergency medical, all those things we are happy to be able to donate, and so we're very proud of that effort as well.
Keeping their staff and workers safe, the T-shirt company dedicates a 30-minute cleaning break between shifts and takes temperatures at the door. Coffee says it is important to make sure everyone stays safe while still making a difference.
I just think it's a great thing for us, and it makes us feel like we're helping in a very direct way to people in our community, and we take a lot of pride.
Jamila Muhammad reporting in Bowling Green for Spectrum News 1.
That ends another hour here on Spectrum News 1, but the news never stops. Coming up next, the latest on what you need to know about coronavirus, and we'll take a look at your Weather on the One's forecast. In the meantime, here are some interesting facts about Ohio.
Ohio Fun Facts are sponsored by the Ohio Senior Health Insurance Information Program.
Hey. Hi. How are you? Evening. Whew. So, what's the plan?
You jump in there, the drought ends, and then the crops grow.
Everyone's happy. Right. Okay. What if instead we built some sort of system that would get the water from the river down to the fields? Like with tubes or something?
A gravity-driven water distribution network.
Yes! Huh?
You got it here?
No.
Oh. Well, everybody walked all the way up here, so...
Go on, get on with it! In you go. Yeah, no, you're right.
I liked him. You like everyone.
Well, I'm a people person.
Eventually, somebody realizes there's a better way to do things. Like a mobile service that's the most reliable, with the fastest overall speeds. And now with 5G.
Here it is.
It's a better
The
way to
news
move.
about the
It's Spectrum.
coronavirus.
Sunday mornings
That's
at
right.
10:30.
The news
on
about the
Spectrum News 1,
coronavirus.
exclusively on Spectrum.
Weather in Ohio is changing all the time.
We get winter one day and 60s the next. At Spectrum News 1, our goal is refreshingly simple.
We bring you an accurate, reliable, and local forecast every 10 minutes.
We have an incredible, experienced team of people.
We don't just know about the weather, we know about Ohio.
You never have to wait for your forecast with your Weather on the Ones.
Weather on the Ones, every 10 minutes, exclusively on Spectrum. Spectrum News 1, a new kind of news channel dedicated to refreshing storytelling and empowering communities across the Buckeye State. With your local forecast every 10 minutes and all of the essential news you need 24/7. Plus, in-depth shows and exclusives focused on your community. Always Ohio, always refreshing, always on. We are Spectrum News 1, exclusively on Spectrum. It's 10 o'clock. Have questions about COVID-19? Visit coronavirus.ohio.gov.
Hello, and thank you so much for sharing a part of your Friday with us here on Spectrum News 1. I'm Sophia Constantine. We are committed to bringing you the latest information on coronavirus, and right now there are nearly 3,000 cases of COVID-19 in Ohio. 81 people have died from the virus. 802 confirmed cases in our state have resulted in hospitalizations. Yesterday, Governor Mike DeWine urged Ohioans not to let go of the progress that the people of the state have made in helping to prevent the spread of the virus. He said based on the current information available, they expect the peak to happen between April 15th and May 15th. We will have much more on coronavirus in just a moment, but first, many of us are seeing warmer temperatures as we head into the weekend. Meteorologist Robin King joins us now with a check of our forecast. Hello, Robin.
Well, hello and happy Friday. We are going to be looking at another awesome day across the Ohio Valley. A few changes in store, though, by this weekend. Let's track what you can expect. Here's a look at your weather on the ones. Fantastic weather continues for our Friday. Happy Friday to you. I'm meteorologist Robin King, looking live outside. Again, a really nice start to our day. Kind of copy and paste what we had for our Thursday, and that's what we've got in store for today. Thanks for joining us. Here's a look at that statewide weather on the ones updated forecast. These showers working their way through Indiana have fallen apart, running into some dry air, and that's exactly what we have over the Ohio Valley right now. Temperatures kind of right on point to where they were yesterday. Not much of a change, still cool as we go throughout the late morning hours. Temperatures warming out of the 30s, eventually reaching the 40s. 50s and 60s toward this afternoon. Take a look at some of our daytime highs. Low 40s along the lake today. Cleveland, cool spot at 48 for your high, but 63 in Columbus, and a lot of us across the state, unless you're in northeastern Ohio, will be jumping into the 60s later today. Tonight we're down to the 30s and 40s, partly cloudy skies. Much of the day tomorrow does look to be dry, but I'm tracking the chance for a few showers on the way. Starting late Saturday, I'll break down more of that forecast coming up in less than 10.
Another surge related to coronavirus is making news. The rate of unemployment nationally and here in Ohio. Our Ori Gibbons explains those numbers and why they're just the beginning and what unemployment could grow to in the coming months.
Across Ohio and nationwide, we're seeing record unemployment, and experts say those numbers could grow to double digits by summer. More than 270,000 Ohioans filed for unemployment last week alone, 6.6 million nationwide. Almost 500,000 have filed since bars and restaurants shut down, more than all of 2019. Early Goldman Sachs forecasting data published by the Economic Policy Institute projected state unemployment could reach 16% by July. That's almost 1 million Ohioans.
As grim as that seems, that seems to me to be probably too low.
Policy Matters Ohio Research Director Zach Schiller says that instead of a stopgap between jobs, unemployment is now primary income for a growing number of Ohioans put out of work by business shutdowns, and that's new.
Obviously, the work search is now not what people are being asked to do. And so unemployment benefits, instead of just being something to tide you over while you're looking for another job, they really need to replace what you've been earning.
Since the orders to close bars were announced, Ohioans flooded the system with claims, and Job and Family Services says they're doing all they can to keep up.
It is a challenge. I know we are working so hard to ensure that individuals have the support that they need. This is the top priority for me and the entire agency right now.
But technical issues and long wait times are still preventing claimants from completing the process.
Keep engaging with us, and we'll do all we can to continue to build capacity.
Phone and web systems already overtaxed by the influx of calls and inquiries were set to be upgraded, according to JFS Director Kimberly Hall. Those upgrades were set to be completed in 2021, but are now interrupted. The state is seeking a provider to make the updates for the new federal guidelines, but that could be with a provider different than the current technology provider, CBTS. Director Hall says they're looking for cloud-based technology in their new system, but it couldn't disclose who that provider would be, and without requirements from the federal government, we don't know when that system will be built. With all those changes, the question remains, can the state keep up if current demand continues?
That certainly is our objective. We absolutely started from behind because of the pressures on the system. The system was not designed initially to handle that influx, essentially that came almost with a light switch on March 15th.
A bit of silver lining, we found out today that there are some things contained in the federal stimulus package that may roll out sooner than expected. Director Hall says the current system can handle paying out the additional $600 in weekly unemployment benefits and the extension of time by 13 weeks. They hope to have those in place in May. In Columbus, Ori Gibbons, Spectrum News.
We've heard the need for N95 masks, gloves, and hand sanitizer at our local hospitals, but a new need that could help nurses and doctors better communicate is now critical. Our Katie Kapusta shares why hospitals are now asking for donations of baby monitors.
While doctors and nurses suit up in full personal protective equipment, they found it more difficult to communicate.
The traditional call light system that they would use to call out for assistance, or the patient would call out for help from the nurse, just isn't working for them.
That's when an ICU nurse approached Neighborhood Bridges Lebanon, a local charity that helps people that need help get it.
The ICU nurse reached out to us and said, you know, do you think this is something that Neighborhood Bridges Lebanon could help us with? We are in desperate need of baby monitors.
Neighborhood Bridges posted the need on their Facebook page. The plan was to donate any new or used baby monitors to Bethesda North Hospital, and their goal was to get 30 of them. But within 2 days, they already received 70 baby monitors.
Cincinnati is such an amazing community on the best of days, and especially during times like this, we all really rally together.
I think people want to help and they don't know how to help, and so we kind of can give them that platform to say, hey, that would be a great way for me to get rid of this old baby monitor.
That's enough baby monitors to cover the entire COVID-19 unit at Bethesda North and part of Good Samaritan Hospital's Unit 2.
The Neighborhood Bridge story is such a fabulous way to show what a bunch of community members can do to try to save a life from their own homes.
The baby monitors not only help with communication while wearing PPE, it will also help when hospitals have beds in other locations.
As TriHealth works to expand our current patient care areas, a donation of baby monitors gives us the opportunity to have our physicians and our nurses stay in immediate contact with their patients in this new environment that we're going to be caring for.
TriHealth, which manages both hospitals, says the donations from the community have been overwhelming. They've received N95 masks from schools and even Home Depot. They say to look inside your home or workplace. You may be surprised with what you already have that can help the healthcare workers now.
All of those items that we might have in our own homes that we can donate to the hospital system so that they're ready to take care of our patients when they come into the hospitals.
And for these volunteers at Neighborhood Bridges, they're happy to help and allow others to do the same.
When you volunteer or when you donate, you know, it makes you feel good, and it's good to know that even in times like these where the world has kind of gone crazy, that people are still out there and willing to help.
For Spectrum News, I'm Katie Capusta.
Well, the federal government plans to begin sending out stimulus checks as part of that $2.2 trillion coronavirus relief package in mid-April. Some will have to wait much longer to get their money. The IRS is about to make 60 million payments to Americans through direct deposit in mid-April. If your direct deposit information is in your tax return from 2018 or 2019, that is how you will receive your payment. Now, people without direct deposit information may not receive checks until mid-August or even later. That's because the IRS won't begin mailing paper checks until the beginning of May. It plans to mail out 5 million checks per week, so it could take up to 20 weeks to get them all out. An emergency approval by the Food and Drug Administration is clearing the way for widespread use of the malaria drug hydroxychloroquine, or HCQ, to treat patients with COVID-19. But for some of those patients, taking the medication in pill form may not be an option due to their inability to swallow the capsules. But a Dayton-based company, Patients and Consumers Pharma, has technology that transforms medicine into a liquid. The machine is called Quartet RX. It's an automated one-part system that allows a pharmacist to compound 4 bottles at one time. Founder of PNC Pharma, Joe Da Silva, says their tech can help people of all ages battling severe symptoms of coronavirus.
So if they're intubated and they can't swallow, having a liquid product will really take the pressure off nurses and healthcare workers, etc., when they don't need to dose them.
Da Silva says every component of the Quartet RX machine is made in Ohio, and the machines are assembled in Dayton. He says it's already in 30 to 35 hospitals, and the company is preparing to ship many more out at any given time. They have 17 machines ready to go and have the parts to make an additional 50 to 70 machines.
Temperatures Temperatures starting out in the 30s this morning. Definitely a jacket-worthy start to your day, but we're waking up to a lot of sunshine, and that sunshine continuing as we go throughout the rest of our morning hours and even heading into midday today. So late morning forecast, mostly sunny skies. Keep the jacket around, though. Much of the day today will be seasonably cool. You know, we'll notice warmer temperatures, but not really until tomorrow, where a lot of us will see temperatures flirting in near around 60. So until then, it's seasonably cool right now. So skies, though, at least are sunny. So nice scene behind me, looking live. Latest traffic cameras around Cleveland and Northeast Ohio. Blue skies. Looking fantastic. Now, most of the weekend looking the same, mainly dry. We've got a few passing showers arriving Saturday night and early on Sunday, so your fit forecast where you can get that chance to get the walk in or maybe do some exercises in your yard. Saturday, mainly dry. A few showers possible for the first half of your Sunday, but then by Sunday afternoon, will be good and dry as we wrap up our weekend. So the middle half of the weekend, a few showers possible, and that's where we see off to the west some scattered showers. Now, that activity is going to try to move into Northeast Ohio, but I'm telling you, it's going to run into a lot of dry air, which is exactly what we see right now, which that's why we don't have a lot of clouds in the forecast as we go throughout today, but still looking at that northerly flow, so that's going to keep temperatures, especially along the lake like Cleveland, on the cool side. We're talking upper 40s, close to about 50 this afternoon. That's average for this time of year. Further inland, reaching the mid-50s, and then down into the 30s again for tonight. Skies become partly cloudy as we go throughout the afternoon tomorrow, but much of your Saturday, again, is looking dry. Let's time out a few showers that may start to develop as we head throughout after dinner time on Saturday. So watch Futurecast here, 7, 8, 9 o'clock, few showers moving into areas just west of the Cleveland Metro, eventually sliding into the Cleveland Metro after 10 o'clock on Saturday, and then pushing on out by 10, 11 o'clock by Sunday. Our chances, again, will be out of here. This will be an early 30% chance on Sunday. Otherwise, we'll increase our chances again by Tuesday up next week. So temperatures today, again, we're looking at average highs, kind of exactly what we had in yesterday's forecast. And that's what you can expect for your Friday. 48 today in Cleveland. As we go throughout, suntastic weather. Akron and Canton a little warmer at 55. Tonight, clear and down to 34. Another cold morning tomorrow, but into the afternoon, again, we'll warm back up to 60 degrees, and then overnight showers develop into Sunday.
Robin, and as we head to break, we want to introduce you to some of the people doing their part to stay home and stay safe. It's all part of the governor's initiative, In This Together, Ohio.
We've always been Ohio strong. And now, we need that strength more than ever. It's up to all of us to stay home, stay positive, and stay healthy. And even though right now we can't gather together, in Ohio, we will always stand together.
Plus, in-depth shows and exclusives focused on your community.